You don't have peace. You haven't had it for a long time. Even if you try to convince yourself otherwise, you're trapped in a cycle of thoughts you can't control, emotions that strike without warning, a quiet emptiness you can't always explain. And the worst part? You've accepted it. You believe peace is a luxury reserved for the enlightened few, while you fight a war inside your mind every single day. But that's a lie. Inner peace isn't some distant, unattainable dream. It's not about silencing every negative thought or pretending you're okay. It's about understanding one thing. Peace isn't found in what happens to you. It's found in how you interpret it. Think about it. Two people can live through the same storm. One suffers while the other stays calm. Why? Because it's not the storm that shapes you. It's the meaning you attach to it. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." You've been carrying invisible chains, beliefs, wounds, patterns you never questioned. Every automatic reaction, every time anger, fear, or sadness takes over, that's not you. That's the wounded child inside, still trying to protect itself. But how long will you let it control your life? Most people live on autopilot, repeating the same mistakes, reliving the same pain, trapped in a story they don't even realize they're telling themselves. But here's the truth. You can rewrite that story. Because true freedom isn't about controlling what happens. It's about controlling how you respond. And that's where unshakable peace is born. Not by rejecting your emotions, not by running from your thoughts, but by observing them, without identifying with them. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the awareness behind them. Imagine your mind as a river. If you try to stop the current, you'll exhaust yourself. But if you step back and watch the water flow, you'll realize you were never the river. You were always the observer. That is true power. Peace isn't about life being perfect. It's about not letting the chaos knock you off balance. And for that, you need presence. Be here. Be now. Not in the past, reliving wounds. Not in the future, fearing what hasn't happened yet. Just here, in this moment. Because this right now is the only moment that truly exists. But something is holding you back. Distraction, not just from your phone or the endless noise around you, but from yourself. You drown in busyness, scroll endlessly, fill every quiet moment with noise. Because when the world goes silent, your demons start to speak. And most people aren't ready to listen. But here's the secret. The only way to find real peace is to walk through that silence, not run from it. Because peace isn't the absence of conflict. It's the ability to remain calm, even in the middle of chaos. But there's one thing that holds people back. Attachment. You build a story about yourself. A past. A set of labels. A collection of wounds. And whether you realize it or not, you've clung to that story like a shield, even when it hurts you. Why? Because the unknown terrifies you, even if the familiar is suffering. The ego prefers it over uncertainty. But if you want true peace, you have to let the old version of you die. Not physically, psychologically. You have to stop telling yourself the same story. Open yourself to the possibility of being someone entirely new. And that's terrifying. But in that fear lies freedom. Because when you stop clinging to a fixed identity, you stop reacting automatically. You stop living with the same fears. You stop repeating the same patterns. You become adaptable. You become free. You become indestructible. That's the real inner revolution. It's not about controlling life. It's about surrendering to it without losing yourself. Because life isn't a battle to win. It's a river to learn to swim in. So, are you ready to let go? Not just of grudges or past pain, but of the illusion of control. Because that is the root of all suffering. Resistance to what is. Most people fight reality. They want life to bend to their desires. But reality doesn't care what you want. So stop fighting. Let go of what you can't control. Focus on the only thing you truly have power over. Your perception, your reactions, your inner state. Because that is true freedom. And once you find it, you'll realize something extraordinary. No one can take your peace away from you. Because peace isn't outside of you. It never was. It's been within you all along, waiting for you to claim it. So now the question is, are you finally ready to take control, or will you keep running from the silence? If these words resonated with you, if something shifted inside, write this in the comments. I choose peace. Because typing those 3 words isn't just a comment, it's a commitment. And if you're ready for more than a video, more than a few words, subscribe. Not because I say so, but because this is a movement, a mindset shift, a revolution of the soul. If you're ready for that next step, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, choose wisely.